Hello, everyone. Welcome to the BARA meeting. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can please start putting your information in the chat, your name, organization you're representing, and any contact information. If you also have any flyers or updates, you can definitely drop them in the chat by adding a document. So we'll start here in a few minutes and get some more people online. Make sure that you're putting your name, contact information, and the organization that you represent in the chat, and we'll get started here in a little bit. Hi, Vanessa, I saw that you just logged on. I'm going to try to add you as a presenter.
Hi. For some reason, the camera when I use Zoom never works, so I apologize for that. I don't really know where it's pointing to, but sorry about that.
No problem.
I could
That's funny.
figure this out. There you go.
There it is. And if you'd like to, I don't know if you have like a welcome page on your slideshow, but you want to just share it now.
Sure. Are you ready for me to start?
We'll get started here in like 3 minutes.
Okay, sure. Let me see what I have. I should have it open.
For those of you that are just logging on, make sure that you put your name, your agency that you're representing, and contact information in the chat. I'll send that out to everyone after the meeting.
Can you see my screen?
I can, yes.
Okay. Let's see. So I'll start whenever you give me the green light.
We'll just get started here in a couple of minutes. We will go ahead and get started. Thank you everyone for joining us today. My name is Gladys Villarreal, or Pryor, and I am the Executive Director for Love Network of Baytown. If you have not already, please put your name, organization, and contact information in the chat, and that way we can send it out to everyone at the end of this meeting. If you don't know, these are being recorded and we are uploading them to our YouTube channel. So far, it's just a couple of BARA meetings that are uploaded on there. So feel free to look up Love Network of Baytown on YouTube and you'll see the recordings for the last few. So today we have Vanessa Barreto. She is with Port of Houston, and we're really excited to hear about all the things that have been happening in the port. Many of you know there's expansions and things happening, and so I would love to turn it over to Vanessa so she can explain what they're doing and how to get involved.
Thank you, Gladys. And good to meet everybody. I am very new to Port Houston. I started April 11th, so it's very recent, and I have had a great time so far. It's a lot to learn and a lot to share, and I'm very excited because Port Houston has such an interesting history, and it's embedded already in so much of what we do, even just as consumers, so much so we just don't really think about the port being right here in Houston and bringing so much to us in so many different ways. So I'm going to start with just a little bit of a history for just you guys to know how much Port Houston is embedded in the community. Let me see if you can see everybody can see my screen, I'm assuming. Let's see. So for those of you who may not know, Houston was founded by John Kirby and Augustus Allen. These are two brothers that came from New York. Charlotte Allen is mentioned here because she was the wife to Augustus Allen. She had a big inheritance that allowed them to buy land in exactly was Buffalo Bayou and White Oak Bayou meet. It's nowadays called Allen's Landing, or these gentlemen's name. That's where they kind of spotted that land and began Houston really from that property. And then, let me see. And this is before, well, I'll go back a little bit. Before Port Houston was what it is today, it really only exported a lot of cotton and timber. That's what, this area was known for. A few years later, Thomas Ball, who you may know, the town Tomball, right north of Houston, he was a U.S. representative, and he also saw the potential expansion for Houston as a port city. And so he pressed for Congress to support a deep water project, which wasn't really very successful at the beginning. But then in 1900, a big hurricane hit Galveston. And so it destroyed and killed, I don't know how many people, but it suddenly became more important, and people started really getting interested in, maybe building a port a few miles away from Galveston would be a smarter tactical move for the shipments that they were doing. So his proposal gained interest, and a joint venture was created between the federal government and the local community to fund the creation of the port. And so in order for them to get the money from the people and the local folks to contribute their share of the funding, they had to sell bonds. And really it was hard for people to buy into, getting the bonds. So the gentleman here, Jesse H. Jones, who you see on the right, he was a businessman and banker. He personally went door to door, every bank, to ask them to take the bonds, to make them worth something. So that's how the Port of Houston got started and had funding to move forward. And then finally, after years, in 1914, that's when the port officially opened. They blew the whistle, it's a ribbon cutting that made it the official ship channel of Houston. So at the time, the channel was only 25 feet deep and 150 feet wide. And nowadays, we have the Port of Houston today, which is much bigger, and it's going to get bigger still. Let me see. So this just gives you a basic idea of who we are. We manage 8 public terminals, including 2 container facilities, and we operate 6 others for which we're the landlord. So yeah, I won't just read the slide, but basically we support more than 200 facilities in the neighboring communities along it. So, and we work with the federal government, like the U.S. Coast Guard, the Army Corps of Engineers. So a lot of different entities go into ensuring that the importing and exporting going on in our international waters is as safe as can be. And the people that just make the big decisions at Port Houston are the commissioners. They are 7 residents of Harris County, chosen by the Harris County Commission. It's the whole name. Did I hear something? I heard somebody maybe chiming in. Okay, no. And one of them is also picked from Pasadena. So all of them are unpaid Harris County residents. And for right now, we have chairman of the port is Rick Campo. Let's see. And basically, just to give you an idea of the financial weight that Port Houston has, we employ about 1.35 million people in Texas, 3.2 million across the US. Our economic impact in Texas is 339 billion, and across the US, 802 billion. as far as our first, we are the first export state. We are #1 in waterborne tonnage and the #1 exporter in the region. So then the reason why it's such a hot spot for Houston is really our location, our proximity. In 27 million US consumers are within a 300-mile radius. And 42 million US consumers within a 500-mile radius. And of course, 150 million US consumers within a 1,000-mile radius. And so the reality is that if you look around your home, most likely a lot of the things you purchased came through the port, including cars. If you drive a Volkswagen, it's very likely it came from the port. So it is known as the energy capital of the world for the reason that we are the largest petrochemical complex in the US. It is the largest energy pipeline and storage network in the US and has 500 million barrels of liquid storage along the Houston Ship Channel, and a total of 74% of cargo on Houston Ship Channel is liquid bulk. And let's see. And we have, obviously, because we do so much, it's such a energy-driven market, we definitely try to give back to the community and be good stewards in general. And one of those initiatives that we take so seriously is the environmental impact that we have. We are the first port authority to get the ISO 14001 certification in 2002. The first port authority to operate with 100% asset-backed renewable electricity. And we have, of course, recycling initiatives, LED lighting, and electric vehicles. When people, team members go out into the community, we always try to use electric vehicles, that myself included. One of our other big initiatives is, I think I skipped something. Education. So we go into schools, middle schools, high schools, and schools of higher education like TSU, HCC, San Jacinto, and we have maritime programs in these schools to prepare our youth to get into maritime. And that could be land, jobs on land, jobs on the water. Obviously that 1.35 million employees have to come from somewhere. And our employee base is aging out. It's not unusual to see people that have been with the port for 20, 30, sometimes even 40 years. So we have an aging labor force, and we recognize that. And that's why education initiatives are so important to us, because we know we need these younger people to come in. And one of our other initiatives, of course, is community, reaching out to the community, feeling like we are part of the community and hoping that the community sees us as a part of them. We also do a lot for business equity. The small business, minority and women-owned businesses are something we support very much throughout the port. You can see here 35% of SBE participation is our goal, and 30% of minority and women and Black-owned businesses is our goal here. And finally, we have, the MB Sam Houston, which we try to also promote. A lot of people don't know that we offer a 90-minute free tour along the ship channel. It was closed for a couple of years and now it's back on. So we encourage everybody to go out, make a reservation to get on the boat. It's quite popular now that it's been closed for 2 years. It's a fun 90-minute tour, and it gives you a view of Houston that you don't get to do unless you actually get to be on these ships yourself. You don't get to see that side of Houston. And we are also expanding the channel. So I don't know if you have heard of Project 11. The expansion has been going on, the planning for this, the official kickoff happened about 2 weeks ago. And the goal of the project is to widen the ship channel and make it from 530 feet to 700. And with the enhancements predicted to be finished by 2025. And the funding is $1 billion from public and private partnerships. And so obviously it's a big entity that's gonna get bigger. And that is it. I don't know if I went over 15 minutes, but I tried to time it perfectly. If anybody has any questions, I'd be more than happy to try to answer them.
You had mentioned, Vanessa, about partnering with you guys and the community grants and things like that. Can you maybe touch on a little bit more? Many of us are nonprofit organizations and are always looking for new partners. So maybe kind of explain that a little more if you can.
Yeah, so we have a grants program. I can't tell you exactly how much money is given out a year, but it is something that is going to be growing. So definitely we encourage people to submit their applications. Really, details are so important in them. So anybody that is interested in that, I will say from the insider's point of view is minding the details a lot. But I could definitely get more information to you about the amounts and the times of the year to start planning for those. Oh, it is for, you had another question, Glass. I'm so sorry. You mentioned, what else did you, the community partnership?
Yeah, just if you had any ideas or how to get in touch or what to do.
Yeah, I can definitely get you the contact people specific to the grants program that is in my department. But it's not my baby, but I can definitely get you all that information.
Great.
Yes, and I was going to say all of this information is very interesting for those of us who like history. And my family has been here since like 1912, and my great grandmother used to take horse and wagon across the San Jacinto River to travel into Houston over a ferry.
Wow.
And it was like 4 or 5 hours to take that horse, mule, and wagon team into Houston. I can't imagine. And I know one of you talked to Gladys, and then she shared some information, and you reached out to us at the Promise Center. And
oh yes,
I know that with our leadership development for youth in high school, and for example, our summer camp coming up is a science camp, which you might not necessarily see the direct connection there, but yes, we're always encouraging students to look at all of the industrial employment opportunities
absolutely.
that are out there. And so I know that Promise Center would have opportunities for someone from the port to come and speak to the youth and make them aware that right here in your backyard is a goal that you could achieve for a career.
Yes, that is very true. And absolutely science plays a big part in what we do. I mean, the GIS, I guess the geo, I forget what the acronym stands for, but information system, I'm assuming, geographic information system, they have to be able to track these barges from their point of destination all across the ocean to the port of Houston. They can't lose track of any boat. They need to, so I don't know exactly which science would involve that, but we are definitely a place where many different careers converge to take on the massive import and export that goes on at the port.
I actually photographed a woman. I have a photography studio, and she was a diver that worked out there inspecting the docks, and explained to me how much her income was to be that special type of diver to do that. And so that's something I've told youth, hey, you like to be adventurous? Or if you come out of the Navy and you've already got some of these skills, this could be a great career.
Absolutely. And also with the environmental initiative that we have always present, the dredging of the ship channel it's definitely an environmental concern, because where do you put all the material that comes out of the bottom of the bayou? We're building home or habitats for birds and other wildlife, sea animals. That's what they're doing with that land, that soil. So all of that is something we need professionals for. And like I said, this is Project 11 is the big thing right now, but they're already prepping for Project 12. So there's no, the work as far as, different sciences, biology or ecology that we need, it's something that's ongoing. Thank you.
Do we have any other questions for Vanessa?
Yes, I do have a question. My name is Luis Sanchez. I'm with Harris County Department of Education. I actually wanted to ask, can you share more information regarding the apprenticeship? Kind of like some requirements or age restriction or anything like that?
The apprenticeship, is that what I heard, Luis?
Correct, yes.
Yes. So there are apprenticeship programs, again, through the maritime education programs that we have at various schools. Because yes, kids can choose a path that if they want to go into higher education, there's tons for them there. But if they want to do something like an apprenticeship where they don't go into a university, they learn on in person, there is that as well. Again, I don't have, I'm sure I could put you in contact with the specifics to get children into that. But it would be a matter of me sending it to you later when I find the correct links and stuff like that. But yes, apprenticeship programs is definitely a part of what we do.
Yeah, that'd be great. Is there any way we can maybe get your email?
Absolutely. I can send that over. Yeah,
And I think that's a good question is, Vanessa, are you, as you're introducing yourself to our group, you are the contact person that anyone here should reach out to then get connected with any other area.
Absolutely. Yes. And I will say this as far as apprenticeship, I recently found this out, is that we have one machinist for all of Port Houston. And what the machinist does is that if any piece of any machinery breaks, it's hard to get a replacement for it, either because it doesn't exist or the timing, we need it now. So surprisingly, we have only one machinist for Port Houston. And this is a gentleman who in the next couple of years will be retiring. So this is a very real issue that Port Houston is interested in, making sure we have the right people to fill these roles. And as Valerie mentioned, yes, these are not, although there may be roles that didn't require university degree, they are very well-paying positions.
Any other questions? Well, thank you so much, Vanessa. I appreciate your presenting. Make sure that you drop your information in the chat. That way everyone can copy it. And really appreciate you presenting. So,
of course, I'll send that right now to everyone.
Great. Okay, well, we'll start the round robin and we'll go with Valerie.
Of course you will. I'm snacking on my lunch, sorry. So today I'm representing Promise Center. Claudia's here to talk to you about Child Care Center. Fred Aguilar Promise Center, which are, I say that all the time, and something came up this month that made me realize I need to let people know that our organization name is Our Promise for West Baytown. That's our 501c3 name. But as we've got that big building and it grew into a real community center, we named that Fred Aguilar Promise Center. So just thought I'd put that out there. But yes, we just had leadership camp, and I'm going to be sure to let our board member who does leadership camp know about the Port of Houston connection, because that would be great for next year. Even having them make a tour. And then our little kids camp, which is for 5-year-olds to 12-year-olds, is in July. That's the one that I chair. And we have 5 openings for that camp that we are looking to fill over the next week. We prefer them to be pre-vetted and low-income families. So we know that some of you may have that already vetted. We have a quick, easy Google form that they can fill out. So I will drop that Google form link into the chat. And obviously it would be first come, first serve. It's actually not opening until tomorrow morning. So if you would hold off on sharing it until tomorrow, that would be great. We are doing science this year, and the kids really love science. And we have a college student who is a senior in college who plans this curriculum. She does an amazing job, way above my pay scale. But we are also looking for volunteers. So if you know any youth that need volunteer hours, it's 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mondays through Thursdays. I'll put all that in the chat for you. And it's a lot of fun. And we thank Aramark, who always provides lunch for everybody, for the kids during camp.
Thank you,
Oh,
Valerie.
and the garden's going great, except it's hot. It's really hot. The plants are just like, oh, I'm so hot. And we're probably going to lose most of them, other than the watermelons and the cantaloupes, in the next few weeks. And then our classes will start the second week of August. So if you have a client that needs mental wellness time, as far as how gardening can help them there, or just to learn how to grow their own food because they need more food, then get them in touch with us, because we will be registering for those classes throughout the last few weeks of July. And I think we'll start the second Tuesday in August, and it'll be once every 2 weeks, like a 2-hour class.
Perfect. Thank you. Troy, I see your face, so I guess you're ready.
Yeah, how you doing? I'm Troy Caton. I'm the program coordinator for Communities and Schools of Baytown. We have our second annual back to school supply giveaway on July 30th from 9 to 12 at Peter Highland. So I'll drop the flyers in there. We're looking for donations, and we need the word passed about the giveaway. So I'll drop both flyers into chat. That's all I have.
Thanks, Troy. Paul?
Well, I'm getting there. That should be a little better. Good afternoon, everybody. Paul Weiser, Harris County Transit. All the ladies are busy today. Latasha on vacation. Stephanie's got a new crew going on there, so she's up to her eyeballs in training. So here I am. Hope you can bear with me. So I represent Harris County Transit. We provide services throughout the county with our rides program. You can call the phone numbers that we have listed on our webpage, which is Harris County Transit. So look it all up. We also provide non-emergency medical, which is Monday through Friday service for specific medical trips that are funded a different way. And you get on that list. That's the one that Latasha takes care of. And then we also have the fixed bus route system in Baytown, LaPorte, the Channelview area, the Sheldon West area, up and down along Freeport. And then we also have our new on-demand service out there in Generation Park, although I think pretty soon we're going to have to quit calling it the new program. It's it's been around since July of last year. So I'll try officially to quit calling it the new program after July 4th. How's that sound? And we also do make connections with Metro, Houston Metro over there at the Mesa Transit Center with our Route 14, along Valley, which are with our Route 11, and our shuttle Route 7 that comes out of Baytown and LaPorte. We make a connection in Gulfgate. So we also provide some ADA paratransit services that are complementary to the fixed route system. How's that? Do I still sound like I actually know a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, yes.
I'm glad you haven't
ladies
lost
usually do it for me, though. Yes, but I'm the one. I have less work to do than they do today. How's that sound? Absolutely. It's always a pleasure, Gladys, to see you.
You too, Paul. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Vicki Haberman.
Good afternoon. So I'm with Bay Area Homeless Services, and currently we do have some spaces open. Oh, I'm sorry. There's another Vicki here. I just heard Vicki and started. I'm so sorry. It's been
No
a
worries.
long day already.
Yeah. yeah.
But we do have spots open right now. So if you know anybody that's in need of shelter and can work a full-time job and is not on disability, give them our number. We'd love to hear from them.
And that's openings in the men's, women's, family.
We have spaces. We have spaces in the men, women, and our family center right now. We are recruiting or bringing them in as quickly as possible.
Okay. Thank you so much. How about the other Vicki now?
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. I am Vicki Haberman, and I am with Lee College EOC office, which stands for the Educational Opportunity Center. And we offer assistance, our office offers assistance for anyone that wants to go to school in post-secondary education. It does not have to be to Lee College. It can be to anywhere. And our goal is to aid individuals that are low income and first generation, 19 and over. However, we will work with anyone that comes through our doors or makes appointments. We have recently moved, and I'll tell you where we are in just a few minutes, but we work with college admissions to help them get through the college admission part of entry. We work with them with financial aid and carry them through and help them with any type of verification that the colleges might need. We do a lot with GED referrals, and we transition those GED students into college students by helping them with their financial aid. And that's a real big motivator to get them when they see what money might be available to them. We offer academic advice and financial literacy. So we have lots of opportunities that we can assist individuals. We have recently moved back off campus. You know, when the mall closed, we had to move onto campus, but now we're back in a central location because we serve East Harris County, Chambers, and Liberty. So we're more centrally located. We're on the interstate at 80, hang on, Angelica. I forgot our address.
4804 I-10.
4804 I-10. Okay, we're right next to Sylvan Learning Center. So I think that's a pretty good landmark.
But it's 4804 I-10, Baytown 6, 7521.
Yes, and if you put it into Google, don't put I-10 East because it takes you way out. So, but we're right next to Sylvan Learning Center. So we're happy to be out here. Stop by anytime and just view our office. And if you know anybody that we can assist, please. And thank you for sending out our notification that we had moved. That was great. Thank you very much. So I will put in my contact information in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Vicki. Renee Parrott.
Gladys, I'll introduce.
Hi, good afternoon.
Renee, I'll introduce
Thank you, Karen.
I'm with the Rose and Renee is with the Rose and she's new. So I wanted her to come today. She'll be representing your area. And like I said, when I'm with the Rose, we give mammograms, mobile unit. We can schedule mobile days for anybody at no cost for women that qualify, and also for men, but they do have to come to our center if there's any issue. We help these patients all the way through if there's any positive diagnosis, but Renee is going to be attending the meetings from now on, and she's a great asset to our team.
Great, thank you, thank you, Karen and Renee.
Renee, do you want to say any, Renee, do you want to say anything?
Thank you. I'm so sorry. I am having a little bit of a technical difficulty. This is such a world of information here. And this is, I look forward to making some great networking and partnerships here. So I, like Karen said, I am new to the Rose, and it's going to be an exciting adventure to help our community. So thank you for allowing me to participate.
Sure thing, anytime. And we hope to get to know you even more in the coming months. Thanks. Karen Mudd.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm so glad to give you this good piece of information from American Red Cross. We are looking for sites to put some cots, meals that are ready to eat, and computers and that kind of stuff. So anyone with a really big closet that they don't have anything to go in, no, it probably wouldn't need to be a closet, but I mean, anytime you know of anybody that has an area that they aren't using, what we want to try to be is we want to be self-sufficient to get a shelter open in case of a hurricane. And we don't want to have to wait for somebody, you know, in Beaumont or Brownwood or San Antone or any place like that to bring the stuff to us. We want to be able to get it in there and set up. So what we're even having is a group we're going to call a fire team that's going to be immediately going and picking this stuff up and setting up the shelter. And that way we want to be sufficient for at least 105 hours before, you know, in case we had to have more help then. And sometimes the help comes from across the United States. So we want to be prepared, and that's what we're working on now. So you can give me a call, and depending on where the thing is, I could tell you what the right person to talk to.
Thank you so much, Karen. Appreciate it. Hopefully we can find a space for you. Luis Sanchez.
Hello, everyone. My name is Luis Sanchez. I'm with Harris County Department of Education, the Adult Education Division. And what we have is actually different programs that we offer for free for residents that live in Harris and Liberty County. These programs are GED preparation classes, English classes, learning English. We have also certification programs. And then we also have other programs that we also have partnered with different organizations. If you are interested in doing a partnership, please feel free to email me. I plugged in my email earlier, but I can plug it in again. But if you have any questions, I'm open, I'm free whenever you want to chat. And once again, hope to connect with most of you. Thank you.
Thanks, Luis. Jarnay Williams.
Oh, okay. It wouldn't let me unmute at first. Good afternoon. I am the victim advocate here at Bay Area Turning Point. I am at the Chambers County location in Anahuac, which our address is 2202 South Main Street. And we also have our main office in Webster, and that's 201 South Walnut Street. And we do have shelter for victims of sexual assault and domestic violence, family violence as well. And if they don't need shelter, we do help them with protective orders, getting housing, Section 8. We also help them with financial assistance in case they need rental assistance and or utility assistance as of right now. And we don't have any events going on at this time.
Thank you so much, Jarnay.
No problem. Thank you.
Nancy Sayeva.
Hi, everybody. My name's Nancy Sayer and I work with the STAR Texas Health Steps. I'm an outreach counselor. And so what I do is I help clients enroll into the plans with Medicaid managed care. And we also assist with plan changes, helping them find providers in their areas. With Texas Health Steps, we educate parents that have children on Medicaid on the resources that they have available when they have Medicaid, like transportation, case management. We offer them scheduling assistance as well. We are available for like presentations, health fairs, if you have anything coming up. And this time I do have an event that we are doing. It is in Houston, but we are looking for vendors, and the population is mainly for foster care and adoption population. But we're looking for vendors, and so if anybody in your in any of these agencies is willing to attend, it's in the 77066 area. It's at Northwest Community Church, and I am gonna drop the flyer. But yeah, so that my contact information is in the chat also. So if anybody has questions, and the flyer does have contacts on there as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Appreciate it. Claudia?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Claudia from Kirkland United Child Care Center. What we do is we offer affordable childcare for low-income families and students, working parents, you know, wherever you fit into our sliding scale. Our numbers are going up versus the last 2 years. We're up to 70 kids, and I usually want to keep it about 90. So I do have a couple of slots, a couple openings. For the summer, I think we only have 4- and 5-year-old openings, but for the fall, we're gonna have 3-, 4-, and 5-year-old openings. So if you know anybody that, you know, is out there and are working or are attending school and need help with childcare, send them our way. The 3-year-olds don't have to be potty trained. You know, we have a special class for that. That will get them potty trained. I can tell you that we just don't babysit. You know, we have Frost Street as a curriculum that we're using right now. So anybody can look that curriculum up, and it's real good. It's, you know, one of the latest versions. So yes, anybody that needs daycare, send them my way.
Thank you so much, Claudia. Christina?
Hi, everyone. I am Christina Onassis Peters, and I am the program manager for our school-based counseling and our Success After Trauma program with DePelchin Children's Center. We provide school-based counseling services in Goose Creek Consolidated Independent School District, and we also have a new program that is open to all of Greater Houston that is focusing on providing trauma informed interventions and trauma-specific interventions for youth who have experienced a traumatic event or have a history of trauma. So we also are able to provide trauma-informed care and just general mental health awareness presentations. So currently it's summer months, so we get a little bit of a reprieve, but we will be back in schools beginning probably early September. And I'm not quite sure which schools we will be in at this point. This previous year, we were in the Peter Highland Alternative Center, Alamo Elementary, and also Austin Elementary. So thanks.
Thanks, Christina. Appreciate it. Anna Burr?
Hi, everyone. I'm Anna Burrows with the Houston Food Bank. So I actually am the outreach specialist for the Kids Cafe program. So our summer application is open. It's been open since June 6th. Our summer runs, and this is a feeding program. We can offer sites, breakfast, lunch, and snack, Monday through Friday. So long as your site resides in a area where 50% or more of the children are free and reduced lunch, you're automatically qualified for this federally funded program through the state. And it runs all the way through August the 19th. So we still have a couple weeks. We stopped accepting applications about the last week of July, so that we still have about roughly about 6 weeks to still try to partner up with us. So long as you partner with us at least 3 days out the summer, you become a partner site. And we partner with YMCA, Boys and Girls Club, a lot of nonprofits, church organizations, apartment complex, anywhere children can congregate and sit down and eat, and has a staff that can actually just watch over the children. We're able to come out and service them those meals. So I put my name and my phone number and my email, which is aburrows@houstonfoodbank.org. So if you have any questions concerning the Kids Cafe, and then we also have a school year program that the application opens at the end of July as well. For school year, we do supper meals and snacks, both or either one, after the school bell has rung. So we service the 18 surrounding counties. So if you know anyone in need or may possibly benefit from this, because we know that a lot of children are hungry during the summer because they're relying on school year lunches, which they're not having. So we try to come in and bridge that gap of hunger that's going on in our community. So if you need our services, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.
Thanks, Anna. Ralph?
Yes, good afternoon. Took a while to open up that microphone, but good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ralph Dumar. I'm the program coordinator for the DADS program for the DePelchin Children's Center. And what we do is we provide a 12-session curriculum for dads to support them in being fathers. And as you know, Father's Day is coming up. So, you know, the program itself gives dads education about just different topics, perhaps being a step parent, how to discipline your children in a healthy way, how to be supportive, and breaking those typical roles or what we identify as the dad as being a real angry guy that, you know, he loves you, but he never says it. He just pulls up in a pickup truck every night and you know he's home and everybody's in fear. So the curriculum changes that that style of parenting for dads, and it supports dads in being healthier dads. We also have a second component to our program called the Supporting Father Initiative. And this component has to do with the dad and the mom or whoever the dad is co-parenting with. It could be his ex-wife, but they still have children together. As you know, in some cases where there's a divorce or separation, either parent can be very toxic regarding the opposite parent. And the impact on the children is very unhealthy. It puts our children in a circumstance where they have to choose. You know, and the bottom line is generally the children love both of their parents. So we've realized that that healthy communication, whether the parents are together or not, is helpful, is very healthy for the children. And so it is a 16-session curriculum in which the co-parents, the dad and the mom, some cases, the dad may not be present. It may be a grandfather or uncle that's in the role of the dad, or even the mom may not be present. It may be the dad co-parenting with the children's maternal grandmother. And so the co-parenting program is very, very helpful And we've had a snag in getting referrals. So everyone on this panel, if your families, your dads, it could be a very good incentive for the dads program. There are incentives as the dads participate in the curriculum, some financial incentives. They're not substantial, but it is an incentive to engage the dads and have them to participate, and so, we've had some barriers. It sometimes seems as if you refer a dad to a dad program, the assumption is that he's a bad dad, and we're trying to overcome that. So send us some referrals. We really, it's a great program. The dads who participate and graduate, they feel very, very supported. And so I'm grateful to be on the panel today, and I want to continue to collaborate with the other agencies here. And again, if you have dads or you have parents that need this type of support, send them our way, and I'll definitely put my contact information in the chat box. Thank you.
Thanks, Ralph. And
Does
then
Ralph
Ralph-
have set dates that this is happening, or are you trying to get a group together and then figure out the dates?
No, we have ongoing groups. So if you guys, pardon me, I'm from Chicago, so I say guys, no offense intended. But if you send referrals, we have 4 case managers that have groups that we don't want to call them groups, but sessions throughout the day and evening. Some dads work nights, some dads are only available on the weekend. So we have evening and day sessions available, and weekend sessions as well. And I forgot to mention that we also have Spanish speaking staff. So you're very, very welcome to send your Spanish speaking dads and moms as well. And thank you for asking.
Thank you so much, Ralph. And Tammy.
Hello, everyone. How you doing today? I'm Tammy Guidry. I am the Director of Community Engagement and Homeless Services with the Marcellus Williams Resource Center. We are very busy. As we all know, times are hard right now for a lot of people, and a lot of people are struggling and they need resources. So they are coming to us. We are continuing to see clients by appointment only at our office in Highlands. I am also seeing clients on Tuesdays at the Sterling Library. It includes the homeless clients as well as any other client that is in need of resources. We are constantly, our phones are staying busy. So we are very busy. We're looking for various resources that are out there, whether it's from employment to rent assistance to utility assistance to home repair. It's getting to be that time of the year where it's hurricane season again. A lot of people are still trying to recover from past hurricanes and storms, and they're not really prepared for what's coming ahead, and so we are looking for all resources that are out there. If you guys have any kind of resource in any upcoming events or anything, just let us know by email or by phone. And if you have clients that need assistance, we are also a Texas Health and Human Services partner that we can assist them with applying for food stamps, Medicaid, Medicare. We also help clients apply for Social Security, disability, and retirement. So whatever your client may be in need of, just send them our way and we will be able to help them with those resources. As I said, we are at the Sterling Library on Tuesdays from 1 to 4, and we're also in our Highlands office on North Main Street, 811 North Main. We also have offices in Anahuac and Winnie for those clients that are in Chambers County. So we are across the board helping East Harris County, Baytown, Chambers County areas. Thank you guys, and y'all have a good day.
Thank you so much, Tammy. And Linda. You're on mute, Linda, if you're able to. Okay. Well, I believe that's everyone. Did I miss anyone? No? Oh, there's Linda.
My apologies. My apologies. I'm I'm traveling, so I had to pull over. Thank you, and my apologies for diving in and out of the session. So I look forward to the recording. I just want to let you guys know that the Education Opportunity Center is located now at 4801 I-10 East, which is part of the Baytown Mall, and it's in Suite B, and it's a new area that's been, well, their office has been remodeled. They have more space. And thanks again, Gladys, for sending out the relocation. We'll probably need to send it out again the closer we get to registrations at this time. There are great programs that Lee College is also offering. And once again, the uniqueness of that organization is we can register you for any institution of choice. So thank you so much, Gladys, for what you do.
Thank you, Linda. Appreciate it. All right. Well, I think that is everyone. So I'll get this up and loaded as soon as it finishes converting from the recording. I'll also send out the chat through an email. And I've downloaded all of the flyers, I believe. So hopefully I'll be able to send out everything as well. Please be sure to check on our Facebook page, the BARA group. I am uploading some of these documents on there. So hopefully that'll be an archive of anything that is shared. And Valerie, did you have something else?
No, I was just going to say thank you for keeping this going because it really helps all of us.
Absolutely. It really does.
Yeah, no problem. Well, it's a pleasure to get to see everyone. And with that said, I hope everyone has a great week and a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, everyone.
And be safe.
Thanks, everyone, and thank you, Gladys.
Thanks.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.